Welcome to our farm. Our presenter today is Geoffrey. I'm trying to demonstrate to any farmer around on how to manage chicken for business. Uh, in our daily, in a routine on a daily, we use disinfectants because when you move around, there must be a couple of diseases that you interface with, and in fact here we have a hybrid of chicken. We have local chicken. We have local chicken that moves around, and as we move around, there might be a couple of infections. So I, for one, I chose this viral kill. Which is a disinfectant, but there are a couple of disinfectants on the market. So you step in the disinfectant, anyone or any stranger or any visitor has to first disinfect, just in case, because there are so many diseases which make you spend a lot of money. Now here we are. This is our farm of broiler chicken. These are commercial kind of chicken, mainly for eating, mainly for beef. So in our hybrid of solutions, we normally give them organic kind of solution, so that you don't give them too much, you don't pump too much drugs into the chicken. So here we use this is popularly called it's a hybrid. It's an organic remedy. I'll get the explanations a little later. And what we normally do, you don't normally use the tap water direct, because it's treated with chlorine. Chlorine is also equally dangerous in pots. It's equally dangerous. So somehow, when you collect the water, leave it in a drum to settle, at least for a night, and then you use that water. Because if you are to put in the drugs, it even reduces on the strength of the drugs you've been using, like the tetracyclines and the vitamins and all. So make the water settle before you even give it to your chicken. So spacing is quite important when you are feeding chicken. So in this broiler kind of engagement, it's you begin with a small brooder, and then with time you keep stretching the house. So this kind of barrier is what we use. So initially they were in a small kind of exposure. So as they grow bigger, you also extend the house. So you normally leave that space. Then into feeding, here for us we normally use a combination of concentrates and then broken maize. So we chose broken maize because broken maize it at least has all that content. So you don't just feed the birds on bran material. So when you use the broken together with the concentrates, there are quite a number of them in Uganda here, but we use a couple of combinations. So this helps you to grow your chicken faster, and they put in a lot of weight. So as we speak now, this bird is 3 weeks. This bird is 3 weeks, and it's close to 1.2 kilograms. So this is quite important, because when you feed this, you always have money in the pocket, yeah, and it comes a little faster. So in the setting of where, say for instance, you are working out for a particular project, or you're using chicken as a side income, it's an option to look at. So as we get to different seasons, this is what the market needs. Everyone needs food, everyone needs chicken. So, and you as well need the protein in your body. So in this setting, I actually I'm here to add in water, but make sure that you really save and don't waste their food. Well, this kind of chicken where the broilers need too much, they need lighting, because for them they are really business chicken. On a daily, day and night, you keep in the lights. Otherwise, if you deny them the lights in the night, then they will not grow consistently. You will be starving them in the night. So you make sure that you feed them on a daily, and you add in the food together with the water as well. So in avoiding a physician or a vet or a support doctor to come to your farm on a daily, make sure that you monitor the droppings that come out of your chicken. Ideally, the right kind of dropping should have a black and white, or a white kind of dropping. This is a normal dropping, but if you see the color changing of the dropping, that means that there is an infection of sort. So you need to first be critical on what is happening to your bird, because even if you are to prescribe before the physician comes straight to your farm, you also have to be better placed to assess what is happening to your birds. Otherwise, you should also keep track. And another one important thing is to maintain there is some code of conduct that you really have to put in place to not to stress your birds, because once they are stressed, even their growth is stunted. For instance, if you choose a particular color or apron, try to maintain that color, because once you enter there, they would communicate to you. They know that someone who has come in is not a stranger and is not going to stress us, and they will not be fearful. So just like you see them, they're in a calm mode. They have finished. They are continuously feeding, but they are not stressed. Otherwise, if they are stressed, they will be jumping up and about. Yeah. So this is the kind of communication that you have to maintain with your birds. Otherwise, if a stranger enters here with a strange color, they will not be communicating well, and they will run up and about. But here they are in a kind of cool mode, somber mode, and they are not having any issues. So mainly on a routine, when you finish feeding the birds, always take time to watch. Take a few other additional minutes, like 30 minutes, monitoring the progress of your birds, because there are situations when a bird is not well and it keeps somewhere around in the corner, just like children or toddlers. Once they are sick, maybe they stay longer in bed or they sleep a lot. So somehow on a routine, you have to keep checking the progress. Yeah. Otherwise, a one suffering bird could be there, and you always look and monitor what is actually happening. Perhaps it's blocked somewhere, it's not dropping well, and make sure that even if you separate it, don't keep it in a separate room. It has to keep seeing what others are doing. So in a way of isolating that bird, make sure that the sick bed where you're keeping it is not very far. It's not far from where the rest of the birds are. Case in point, for instance, if this one bird is not well, if it's going under that close kind of treatment, make sure it's not very far from the rest. Because once you put it in a different isolation setting, it will stop even feeding. So they also communicate to each other, and once it hears what the other group members are saying, there is a way it gains confidence and can even pick up much faster. There are even situations when you find that it has already connected back to the rest of the community and jumps back. So that's the way of looking at getting value for money from your birds. And these feeders, they keep changing in size. So once they are small, they have size 1, and then there is size 2 of the feeders. So this is when they are still toddlers, and this other one when they have grown to the last stage. And another one important thing is this water has to be a little suspended as they grow up to avoid contamination, because what actually brings in more treatments, more visits of the physician is when you don't maintain the cleanliness. Yeah, so this is the kind of thing, and you have to balance the water at the same time with the feeds. Otherwise, if you don't put in enough water, they'll get thirsty, they'll develop cannibalism, and in other situations, you lose more birds and create more deaths. So this is a continuous learning curve, and we'll keep you abreast with more information. Just subscribe to our channel, and you'll have more and more info about rearing of chicken. Thank you very much.